Well, one of the interesting things we're learning is that most of the songs about it being really hot and you're too hot and it's too hot to handle and the heat is on kind of suck.
Well, that's because they ran out of good material. If they're singing about the weather, they've run out of other things. Oh, let's talk about the weather.
And then let's stop before we get to Paris Hilton saying, "That's hot." Remember that was the catchphrase of 2008 or something?
Oh, you just gave me an idea. I think that closes the show. All right, listen. You're supposed to, when you write a song, you're supposed to sing about love.
Right.
Love and things that you love. And romance and marriage and love. And it turns out that, some people, they fall in love and then they get married and then it doesn't work out.
I hear about that, yeah.
And they get divorced. And then there's child support. And there's all the rest of that kind of stuff. Well, Chicago's very own Dwayne Wade. Right?
Richards High School and big college star, and then on to become an NBA champion.
Yep.
Dwayne Wade.
And a guy who is, by all accounts, when I see Dwayne Wade, I don't know him, but when I see him at in interviews and other places, seems like a pretty normal guy, for a big-time athlete. Right? He seems like he seems smart, he seems engaged, he seems emotionally balanced. I mean, you can never really tell what goes on behind the scenes, but it seems all right, right?
His biggest offense, I thought, during the NBA playoffs was wearing those nerd glasses with no lenses in them. He was setting that fashion trend, the Bieber glasses.
It's a something. Right. But he and of all the guys from that particular sports institution, I won't even name it because I don't want to speak the name of it. He's, to me, the most likable guy. Now, he's been going through a divorce. He's been going through a divorce. It appears now longer than he's been alive.
Mm-hmm.
His ex-wife has just fired or lost due to quitting, asked her out the case, her 12th lawyer in the divorce case. 12th lawyer. She now needs another lawyer to represent her in this protracted case. A judge ruled yesterday that that a lawyer, Siobhan Funches-Wade, that's Dwayne Wade's soon-to-be eventually ex-wife. Attorney Michael Haber filed a motion last week saying his relationship with his client had reached a point where he can no longer represent her. What the hell does that mean? Now, Funches-Wade is accused of child abduction for allegedly failing to return their sons to Wade in a timely manner over Father's Day weekend. Corri Fetman, who's a famed divorce attorney in Chicago, is on the Super Celebrity Hotline. I'm sure she's got some thoughts on this.
The famed Billboard, Life's Short. Get a divorce.
Get a divorce. At least that's some direct marketing right there.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not why we called. Corri, have you ever seen a case where someone went through 12?
Of course. This happens all the time. What do you guys... It's got all of the elements. You've got lots of money. It's a highly charged case. It's in the forefront of the media. It's on TMZ all the time. You guys are reading about it. He was granted custody of his children. He's dating super hottie Gabrielle Union, which fuels the fire. And she's been arrested 2 times. This client's not happy. She's going to keep shopping until she finds the right attorney. She's got victim mentality. And what's really telling also in this case is what you guys probably don't know is in 2010 when she was going through the divorce case.
And the divorce is over, right? I should make that clear. This is all just child custody related stuff.
Right. It's all visitation and custody related. He was granted custody. Now, in the custody case, the GAL, who represents the interests of the children, filed a motion and asked that she undergo psychiatric evaluation because she had a history of extreme violence and homicidal and suicidal tendencies. So that should tell you something about this case.
So what you're saying?
It's not unusual that she's going on her 13th lawyer. And also this, there's numerous reasons why we withdraw from cases, and it's not unusual to have like 4 or 5 attorneys on a case. But this is a case where the attorney withdrew, which is your worst nightmare, because there's an ethical violation. According to Lisa Donovan, staff reporter at the Sun-Times, and she quoted the judge stating that Haber withdrew because there was a strong ethical violation. What does that mean? That means that this client was probably going to take the stand and lie, or she was asking the attorney to do something that was unethical or criminal.
So, Corri, in this case, this attorney, on top of everything else, you got to protect yourself as an attorney. You can't just go, oh, I know you're going to lie and not do anything about it, or whatever the unethical breach was going to be. Right.
You can't suborn perjury. I mean, so I've had it happen in cases. I have had it happen. So,
but most people not familiar with the system or just not having gone to law school would say, well, isn't somebody in every case suborning perjury? Because it turns out that inside they go, well, that guy is not right. This guy's right, and that's how it goes.
No, there's a difference between knowing that someone that you're putting on the witness stand is going to lie and putting somebody on the witness stand who's you don't know that they're not telling the truth. There's a huge difference there. If you know that that person is going to get up on the witness stand and say something that is not true, then you have an obligation to withdraw from that case or, to bring it to the judge's attention. But the problem is that you can't tell the judge, because you have an attorney-client privilege, what it is that's really going on behind the scenes. And that's why when, the judge is quoting about strong ethical violation, that's all she knows. And that's all she can know.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
So what you're saying, Corri, is this gal's a real catch all around.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
She's everybody's catch here, but she'll get another attorney to represent her. But you know what? Now that Matlock has died, I don't know what she's going to do.
She's running out. She could make an appearance at some sort of legal event, and they could fill an entire table with just former attorneys of hers plus 2. Table for 10 and then 2 at the next table over. Oh, I see my former attorneys are here.
Exactly.
What?
She's never going to be happy. So the next person that gets this case, this is a nightmare.
Wow.
Yeah, because you've got, and this in family court, because you got when kids are involved and broken hearts and people get nuts. And I gotta say, you got some attorneys along the way that don't help, because I'm sure on more than one case, I don't know who the 12 attorneys are that she's had prior to this, but I'm willing to guess, Corri, and I'll bet you'll back me up on this as a family law expert and practitioner. You will back me up when there was probably some lawyer who took this, oh, you're 100% right. Yo, no, you're going to get the kids. Oh, no, you should. That just to get the money, because they figure Dwayne Wade's going to have to end up paying that lawyer, because the lawyers, the first thing they do is do the diagnosis of how to get paid, and then they make the decision about what's going to be the best interest, what's the best route by which to get their client through the system. And this is, there's somebody along, at least one person said, oh, no, you're 100% right.
You're absolutely right, and that's something that I really don't do and I really am against, but there are attorneys out there, tons of them in the profession, that overpromise the client.
Oh, yeah.
And then what happens? Yeah, of course, you're going to get custody. Oh, yeah, he's going to pay all your bills. Exactly what you just said. Happens all the time. And then, lo and behold, he gets custody, and then she's even more pissed off, okay?
By the way, I want to point out, that is a legal term of art right there. Pissed off. All right, Corri Fetman. Thank you, Corri. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And people were all offended when Corri put that billboard up, "Life's short, get a divorce." She meant it only for Dwayne Wade, and she was right about that.
She's always right.